Hi everyone, this is Mila from Mila's Astrology, and I'm here with a new video for you. And today I wanted to talk about Uranus again. I want to continue talking about Uranus. In my previous video I was talking about how certain degrees of Taurus are experiencing a very strong and significant Uranus transit. If you are born around April 28 during Taurus period. But there is actually 3 other signs who are receiving Uranus transit also right now, but not in exactly the same way as Taurus. Taurus is receiving it very strongly and in a different ways than these 3 signs that I'm going to talk about right now. These 3 signs are Aquarius, Leo and Scorpio. So if you are born around October 30 Scorpio, or July 30 Leo, or January 30 Aquarius, then you are having this Uranus influence right now. And it's very exciting news actually. Even if it's not the easiest time, it requires a lot of flexibility. It's an exciting time that you will remember probably later in your life. Uranus is the planet of awakening, and it wants you to find your authentic self. That is the essence of Uranus. That's why when this energy comes in, it often throws in like unexpected events into your life, or just it's a very disruptive energy. But it can also be that it comes from the inside. This depends a little bit about how developed you are as a person also, and how conscious you are. For some people it happens that a lot of events come from the outside that you haven't expected. But it cannot. Now it's very windy here in Stockholm today. Sorry about that. But it can also be that you feel from the inside, that you feel a restlessness from inside, that you want to change your life in some kind of way, or in some aspects of your life. Often there is this restlessness that you want some kind of freedom in certain areas of your life maybe, but in the beginning it can be even difficult to understand yourself what it could be. But there's something that needs to change in your life, and if you are not conscious really about this, then that's when life throws in these unexpected events to kind of shake you up and make you awake, and to force you to be flexible and to try new things. So during this time it's very, very important to stay open and be a little bit flexible. Because the more you try to stick to the old, because Uranus wants you to try new things in order to kind of, how can I say it, to discover new dimensions of life that you don't even know about yet, but maybe these are dimensions of life that you would love, and that maybe there are things in life, for example, I could say that you actually love, but you don't know it yet. You don't know it until you have tried it, and that's a little bit how Uranus works. I also wanted just to sneak in the dates here. I wanted to say that in the beginning, but if you're born around one of these dates that I told you, this transit will last until April 2021. So it's almost 1 year more. That's why I thought it was important to tell you about this. I told you that a lot of sudden changes and surprises can happen. It's a little bit different also how each one of these signs will experience it, because Aquarius and Leo, you are receiving a square aspect. It's a very stressful aspect, and in your case it will probably be that you need to do a lot of adjustments in your life, because during this time you just have to accept that you might not be able to stick to plans. And as I said, it can also be that you don't want to stick to those plans any longer, and it can also be that you really get really nervous if somebody tries to hold you back in some kind of way, hold you back from trying new things. This can also be the case. So that is Leo and Aquarius is receiving the square aspect that is very stressful. Scorpio is receiving the opposition. It's also stressful, but in this case it will come a lot of events from the outside, and it will happen a lot of things in relationships probably that are like how can I say, catalyzers for growth. So it could be that people that you have relationship to start acting erratically, or yeah, they challenge you in some kind of way. But if they do that, you should know that this is because of your Uranus transit, and it wants to awaken you to something new. But exactly how this happens and how it will turn out is impossible to say, of course. And that's a little bit the exciting thing with Uranus, that it's a planetary energy that is the one that is the most difficult to predict with. But it sure will not be boring, at least. I just wanted to do a little brief video on this. I have to look at my notes this time also, because I'm really tired. I haven't slept so much lately. Maybe it's the eclipse also that make us all being up a bit in the night. Yeah, it is a lot of change is probably coming to you if you are in one of these signs during these dates. Also, it is Uranus is in Taurus, so it's a Venus ruled sign, and so it could be about some of these changes could have to do with earnings in some kind of way, earning or money, or it could also have to do with your value system in some kind of way, and it could also have to do with love, actually. So maybe a new love for one of you, though, or maybe each one of you could come in. All these Venus ruled themes. So, but that was all I wanted to say for now. You can also schedule a personal reading with me, of course, at milasastrology.com, or just send me a PM. You should follow me on Facebook if you don't do that yet, because I do updates there all the time. Also, I wanted to say also that even if you are born on these dates that I tell you, 1 or 2 days, 3 days in before or after, it could be also, it will not turn out exactly the same way for everybody. It's very personal, and that depends on your exact birth date and location of birth and time of birth. So if you want a more specific report, exactly which life areas will be touched for you, and more details, you can schedule a reading with me about that. And I have natal chart reports, I have career reports, I have compatibility reports. I do all kind of astrological reports, written or verbal. So that was all for me right now, I think. So I hope I get back to you with another video soon, and take care until then. Bye bye.